Now, are you confused when it comes to planning meals? I mean, it's hard enough when you're in a city, let alone a town, let alone in a caravan, and you've got limited space. But way back, humans were grateful to eat whatever they could catch or grow. Then post-war, when there was more food and more food choices available, eating started to get tricky. Don't eat fat, fat's bad. Don't eat eggs, it's bad for cholesterol levels. Eat more grains, save time and eat processed foods. No wonder we're all confused, especially when the experts actually revealed they'd gotten some of those things wrong. We do actually need healthy fats to processed foods. Eggs really are great, and although processed foods are still in the bad boy camp, there are some differences. So, one person who can help us navigate the modern-day food maze is our resident accredited dietitian and nutritionist, Caitlyn Henderson, who was more than happy to explain what she and her fellow dietitians actually do.
And on the phone we have Caitlyn Henderson from Healthy Lifestyles Australia. G'day, Caitlyn.
Hi, Brian and Kay. Thank you for having me on today.
It's our pleasure.
Now, Kay's going to be the one asking most of the hard questions, but I just want to start with an easy...
hard questions.
I'm going to ask the easy one. What does a nutritionist and dietitian do?
Yeah, good question. That's a very broad question, but essentially a nutritionist or a dietitian, they're a little bit different, the two terms. Nutritionist is a little bit more general, so you can do a lot of work in the public health sector. You can provide some advice and work to develop, I guess, nutrition plans. Whereas a dietitian can do a little bit more than that. We kind of work a little bit more in the medical world. So we provide like medical nutrition therapy to patients as well as individual dietary counselling. And we also look into like food service management in hospitals and aged care facilities. So we do a lot of different things. But me personally, I'm pretty well working mainly in the private practice sector, so consulting individually with clients.
Well, with so many career options available nowadays, is there one special thing that prompted you to follow this path?
Yeah, so I guess I grew up in Far North Queensland in Cairns, and I worked for a dietitian by the name of Tara DeVersi, who's the president of the Dietitians Australia, which is our professional body at the moment. Essentially, I did some work for her during high school, and my younger sister also saw her as a patient for sports nutrition. So, yeah, I guess she kind of gave me some insight into the dietitian world, and that made me want to become a dietitian, and here I am.
Is it everything you thought it would be or more?
Yeah, I think it's more. So as, you know, when you first start figuring out what you want to do in high school or, when you're studying at university, you sort of have a rough idea of what dietitians do. But then as you start doing a bit more practical work and you're learning a lot more of the theory, there's so much, and there's so many wonderful, incredibly talented dietitians in Australia and in the world, and doing wonderful, amazing things. So, yeah, I think it's probably more than what I first imagined.
So you're in the top 5, are you?
The top, yes, we'll say that for sure.
Good on you.
So dietitians obviously don't get as much publicity as they should, although sort of there is increasing interest in diet and nutrition and health and lifestyles. But have you got any particular examples that stand out to you where you know you've made a difference?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. So I feel that poor old dietitians are given a bit of a hard time. There's a bit of a stigma around dietitians and coming to see a dietitian. And a lot of people come to me and they seem to think I'm going to take a lot of foods out of their diet and stop them from eating certain foods, which in actual fact is probably the opposite of what I'll be doing. So yeah, I feel like it's not that we get bad publicity, but we just probably don't get portrayed in the right way. So in terms of examples.
I threw that one at you with examples of our prior warning.
Yeah.
Where you just know that someone was miserable, they were in pain, maybe they had stomach aches, I don't know, or something. But
losing weight, want to lose weight?
Yeah, losing weight would be a lot of fake information out there, as a certain president in the US would say.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think fake news. I think the main thing I really enjoy doing for my clients is if they're coming to me and they're really stressed because they're trying all these diets to lose weight, tried everything, and they feel like they've failed everything because these ridiculous diets, are cutting out certain food groups and all the foods that they know to be normal and love and want to be including, they've been told they have to cut out. So it's just unrealistic. But then when they come and see me and we're able to include those foods in moderation and achieve a healthy diet, those are probably my favourite people, because they start to relax a little bit around food and it's not such a stressful thing trying to plan what to eat and making decisions around food. So not a specific example, but they're probably my favourites.
Yeah, okay, all righty. Now look, before we get on to people travelling, because that's obviously what Food, Wine, Pets Travel is mostly about, and the meals that we can do and whatever, very briefly, what, like vets, when they go to a party and someone says, oh, you're a vet, I've got this cat with a sore, this, that and the other, and a dog with a blah, blah, blah. So you go to a party and they don't know who you are. And what do you do for a living, Caitlyn? Oh, I'm a dietitian. Oh, well, look, I've just started this diet and that and blah, blah,
What's your pet hate? I think is where Brian's going.
Well, I think you just have to kind of take that with the profession. Is food and diet's a very popular topic of conversation.
I thought you were going to say with a grain of salt there.
No. So, I think I'm kind of used to it now, and I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm open to taking on board small questions, but when it's asking for meal plans and free advice,
here's my card. Give me a call on Monday. Yeah,
that's right.
All righty.
We get that too.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Caitlyn. Caitlyn Henderson from Healthy Lifestyles Australia.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
She's great, isn't she?
It's the first time I've actually heard a dietitian or nutritionist actually find some joy in all the kind of weirdness that is all around food. I mean, food should be fun. It should be great, and we should enjoy it. And she's making sure that we are, and putting a smile on our faces.
Yeah. Just go to healthylifestylesaustralia.com.au and you can see all the people that are there, and you can do online consults as well as seeing people personally. So some great information there.
Great. We'll get it back again, definitely.
You want more podcasts like this? Just go to foodwinepetstravel.com.